The gentleman from California, Mr. McClintock, is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, I think the reason these times are so impassioned is because we've arrived at a moment when two very different visions of society are competing for our nation's future, and they're very much reflected in the budgets put forward by the two parties in this House. America's prosperity and greatness spring from uniquely American principles of individual freedom, personal responsibility, and constitutionally limited government. America's founders created a voluntary society where people are free to make their own choices, enjoy the fruit of their own labors, take responsibility for their own decisions, and lead their own lives with a minimum of government interference and intrusion. When someone needs help, we freely give that help, but we ask in return that they make the effort to support themselves to the extent that they can. Our government views no one person or group as more or less worthy than any other. We are Americans. We'll be judged on our own merits, and we'll make our own choices, including what kind of car we'll drive, what kind of toilets we'll have in our homes, how we'll raise our children, what kind of light bulbs we prefer, what we'll have for dinner tonight. Today, a very different vision competes for our future, that of a compulsory society where our individual rights are subordinated to the mandates of government bureaucrats, where innocent taxpayers are forced to bail out the bad decisions of others, and where consumers are compelled to purchase the products or underwrite the losses of politically favored companies. Under this vision, the purpose of government is not to protect individual freedom, but to improve society however those in power decide it should be improved, to take from those it declares are undeserving, to give to those that it declares are deserving, or to put more succinctly, to take from each according to his abilities and to give to each according to his needs. That's what this is all about. Not more than 100 steps from where we debate right now, Thomas Jefferson reviewed the bountiful resources of the nation and asked, with all these blessings, what more is necessary to make us a happy and a prosperous people? Still one thing more, fellow citizens, a wise and frugal government, which shall restrain men from injuring one another, shall leave them otherwise free to regulate their own pursuits of industry and improvement, and shall not take from the mouth of labor the bread it has earned. This is the sum of good government. This is the path to prosperity put forth by the House Budget Committee. And let us be clear, the various Democratic plans, including the one before us now, fundamentally reject these principles and replace them with values alien and antithetical to those that build our nation. That is the question that our generation must decide in all of its forms, including the question put to us today by this substitute amendment. I yield back.